my channel. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday. Today I'm going to be sharing 3 easy dairy-free New Year's Eve appetizer ideas. So our first one will be our buffalo chicken dip. We love buffalo chicken dip. That's like one of our favorites. Doesn't have to be a holiday to enjoy buffalo chicken dip, but that's going to be the first one. Second, we're going to use leftover ham from Christmas, and we're going to do ham and cheese rolls. And then we're going to end with little beef Smokies and Crescent rolls. So let's get started. So these are the ingredients for the buffalo chicken dip. This is the can that we used. It is 1.25 ounce can. These were from Sam's, but you could use any brand. Obviously, this is the Members Mark brand. But anyhow, 2 cans of this, and I just already had drained it and poured it out and have it in a bowl. This is the dairy-free cheese that we tend to use a lot in the shredded, the Daya. So we use the cheddar for this. And then we also use cream cheese that's dairy-free. And this is another brand that's dairy-free. Usually we do 2 cans of the chicken. Sometimes we do 1, sometimes we do 2 of the cream cheese. It's really your preference of how much you're trying to make, how many people you're gonna be having to eat it, and that kind of thing. And you know, whether you like more chicken. And then these are the dressings that we like to use. These are also made with an avocado oil base, and they're much healthier, the Primal Kitchen brand. So this one's the Buffalo Ranch, and this one is the Ranch. And we like both, and we just kind of mix those in there. And then we like to put a little bit of Frank's Red Hot sauce in it. So these are really your main ingredients. Now again, you can do any of this with regular dairy cheese, any brands, any mixture. We've done it with all different kinds of cheeses. So I'm just gonna start putting my ingredients in my Longaberger pie plate. So you can use any type of dish. We have used the aluminum plate pans. We've used different pottery pieces, different shapes, different sizes, whatever. And then the cream cheese, and I'm going to use 2 today, but we have made it before with 1. And you can let this out and soften, like recipes call for cream cheese. But a lot of times we just like to get all of our ingredients together, and especially if we don't have time or we didn't think to set it out, and then just literally put it in the oven and stir it as it goes and as it warms and softens up. So that was the tub version of this cheese, and then the one that comes in the box has a nice little plastic packaging around it. This Primal Ranch is an 8 fluid ounce bottle again, and it's non-GMO. I didn't say this earlier. I said it was no dairy, but it's no soy or canola oil. So it is a much healthier option for a ranch. So we typically eyeball this. We probably say 1/3-ish of the bottle. And you do want to give it a good shake. And I have found that the ranch tends to thicken up as it's open and in the fridge. So sometimes I'll just add a splash of water to it and then give it another shake, and it'll come out a lot easier. But I think we've used this one recently, so we're probably okay. And then for this one's Buffalo Ranch, so you're getting already a little bit more ranch in it. And then this one we probably do about 1/4 of the bottle. But again, it's a preference. Eyeball it, whatever you like. If you like it spicier, you may want more of this, less of the regular ranch. You might want more of the Frank's hot sauce or whatever hot sauce you prefer. This is just the one we like. And we literally just give it a couple shakes, and sometimes we just add more to this even as we go to eat it and reheat it and that kind of thing. So, and then for our cheese, we're gonna stick with the cheddar, the Daya cheddar. And again, it's really your preference of what you want to do. Probably do most of the pack. Probably did 2/3 of the pack. And then, if you can see, this is pretty packed, pretty loaded. I've got it pretty full. And I'm not going to try to stir it up because again, my This cream cheese was softer, the one in the tub wasn't, and I'm not gonna try to stir it, especially in this type of dish. So I'm literally just going to put it in the oven. I'm not covering it or anything, and then I'm going to just go and check on it and stir every so often as everything melts and heats up. I'm just gonna put this in the oven now. We have it preheated to 325, about the center of your oven. And if you're worried about it overflowing, you can obviously put a baking sheet tray underneath of this, but I think I'll be okay in this one. Okay, so I just put it in 325, and I'm gonna set the timer for 10 minutes, and then that'll be, when the timer goes off, I'll come back, stir, check on it, 10 more minutes. We typically leave it in about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna do a ham and cheese roll using the Daya cheddar cheese slices, the leftover ham, and the Rhodes rolls. So I have them sitting out. Okay, so I'm gonna take my ham, this is what's left of it, and I'm just going to trim it, bring it over in slices, and then I'll work with the slices after that. I know I always appreciate having ideas of what to do with the turkey, what to do with the ham after the holidays. Actually, what would be quicker is I'm gonna use my scissors. Just trim off the edges, trim off the fat. Well, we're dairy free in this house because we have a family member who has a severe allergy, dairy allergy, and we just make sure to make allergy friendly food. And I'm also not eating gluten or dairy myself, so a lot of recipes that I make are gluten free as well, but definitely dairy free. And Rhodes rolls, if you're familiar with them, they are one of the few that I found for frozen bread products, especially the rolls, the dinner rolls. I'll show you the package here in a minute. I'll read it to you, but I check it every time I pick up a package because if you have a family member with allergies, you do know how important it is that you always check the packages, because even though it's okay one time, the next time it may not be. So you can't just assume, oh, it's fine to eat. For example, club crackers. Well, we've gotten club crackers for years. One time we went to buy the club minis, and we've had club minis many times prior as well. And we happened to look at the ingredients and they were changed. And so I'm like, immediately, we cannot be using club minis. Okay, there's our timer going off about stirring the buffalo chicken dip. Okay, so this is the package of Rhodes rolls, dinner rolls. And then when you turn around and check the back, you can see the ingredient list. And I always check the list, but also it says on the bottom, last line, this product was produced on a line that is dedicated solely to non-dairy items. So anyhow, we use these for pepperoni rolls and a lot of different things. Now I'm gonna take my Daya cheese, and I'm gonna use my scissors again, and I'm just gonna cut these in pieces that I can put in with the ham in the rolls. And then here are my rolls that have been out. And I tend to just do this to work with them. Just kind of use my hands, stretch them out. I don't really mess with like a rolling pin or anything like that. And then I'm just gonna layer and do a little pattern. Ham, cheese, ham, cheese, and then try to wrap it up. Get your seams tucked in. Okay, the third appetizer that I'm gonna make is the little Smokies and Crescent rolls. So these are the only two items that you'll need. And we tend to not eat these very often since they aren't the healthiest for you, but when we do get them, we get the beef Smokies. And the Crescent rolls, the original, and buying them in the 2-pack or the 4-pack at Sam's, we found to be the best deal. So I'm gonna use my kitchen shears again. Okay, now the Crescent rolls are dairy-free, but they do contain wheat. So if you are trying to eat a gluten-free diet, then this would be something you would want to avoid. So literally, just take it, see you're perforated with your Crescent rolls. Take it apart at the seams. Now these usually, since I feel like the Smokies are smaller, I will just oftentimes take these into, cut them and make them 2 or 3 strips. I'm a big fan of parchment paper. I love to way easier clean up, keeping everything from sticking. You don't have to use the sprays and all of that. The Crescent roll directions in general are like 375 and 10 to 13 minutes or until golden brown. So again, depending upon your oven. I set mine for 350 instead of 375, and then I'm just gonna watch them probably around like 8 or 10 minutes, check them and see if I want them to be more brown, how they're doing. And also it depends on how much you actually put of the Crescent roll around them as well. Obviously the little Smokies are already cooked, so that's not a big deal, but allergy friendly if needed. If so, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'd love to have you back for my next video. Make sure to have your notifications on so you'll be sure not to miss it. If you have an easy appetizer idea, be sure to share it in the comments below. Until then, I'm wishing you a very blessed and happy new year. Thanks for watching. Bye.